I wanted to make a part two of the previous video I made on the topic of the type of friend that I want. Let me double check what the video was called. Just give me a second. So it was called I Wish I Had an Art Friend That Didn't Suck, or My Ideal Art Friend. So I recently joined a Discord server, but only because I was invited there. And I knew going in that this wasn't gonna be something that was gonna be long term. Um, but I tried to write it out as best as I could, and I knew it was inevitable that I was gonna leave no matter what, because the people that are in there just don't want to participate in sharing their art. So I don't want to be there anymore. So I left some time ago, probably like a month ago. Um, and I've been thinking a lot, like reassuring myself, like I just can't settle for less than what I want. It's like impossible for me to do so, because I will just get frustrated and angry and all these other negative emotions because nobody's putting forth the effort that I expect, and it just makes you feel like I'm in a group of people that just don't really care, about their art like that. They don't care for like a future where everybody's active and the community grows and stuff like that. Like, it's just not it for me. So, and also nobody else in the Discord did photorealism like I do, so that was a big deal breaker for me. Everybody just either draws some kind of tune style or some just like random stuff. Not really any focus, no established style really. Just just submitting like random images. I was the only one in there, and that was pretty much just like submitting something like, I hate to use the word trend, but I was the only person in there that was like consistent, I want to say. And it made me feel alone in there. So yeah, it just I didn't want to be there anymore, so I dipped. Couldn't take it anymore. I ranted a bit before I left, but the people didn't really take me seriously as expected. Uh, Nobody really cared, and as soon as I complained about it, people started to submit images. Not really surprised by the results of that. But of course, it's probably already dead again because nobody else is there to fucking keep the group afloat, pretty much. Nobody's there to be active. But yeah, I've been still like consistently streaming on Picarto, even though I fucking hate that place now. I've always hated that place actually. Ever since it became like more of a furry website for artists. It's just like embarrassing that I have to be there, to be honest. Like it's really my only option for streaming because YouTube, Twitter /X and Twitch all do not allow live streaming explicit content. So Picarto is really my only safe option, unfortunately. I can do Pixiv, but yeah, I could do Pixiv, but it would probably like fucking slow down my computer so much because my streaming computer for my drawing is just like the only good thing about it is that it has uh, a 9000 series Intel CPU. I think it's an i5. But yeah, uh, it's just basically like a Dell Office Slim PC. So there's nothing really amazing about it. It's just I play some retro games on it, but that's about it. I use it for streaming my drawing computer and through a capture card. And yeah, I watch YouTube on it most of the time. I just kind of sorry, man. I'm just like so fucking tired. I should go to bed so I can bike in the morning. But I also wanted to do a rant. Um, like I really love drawing my Taiwan girl, but I feel like the rest of the world just like hates it. I don't know for what reason specifically. Nobody ever really like tells me like directly what the issue is. So I don't really have like a clue as to what's really going on. But it just seems like people dislike that I draw her, which is stupid. Every other artist in the world basically gets to draw what they want to draw and get support. So yeah. But I can bet you guys, if she was like a real person and she can breathe, eat, talk, just basically like be a real human, guys would simp for her for sure. I bet. Because I've seen some fucking ugly ass woman being simped for on the internet. Seen Asian girls on Twitch that look like fucking fish heads being simped for. Like it would be the same thing for Taiwan if she was a real person, no doubt. And if that day were to come, like it would be just like a huge double standard for fucking men. to like hate on me because I'm like creating something I really like. But then if she was like to if she was to be like turned into like a real human or at least an android that could be, that could like simulate human emotions, movements, tone of voice, and stuff like that. I feel like every fucking guy would just simp for her, and like it's just so stupid to think about, really. The fact that I have to deal with this is just so stupid, too. Um, but yeah, I still feel the same way as I did in my first video, even more so now. I don't mind drawing manga art from time to time, but I hate it if I try to like make it like a main thing. Whenever I like, whenever I try to like do multiple manga artworks like in a row, I just start to hate the experience. Like I feel like I could be doing something more meaningful and more something that makes me feel more accomplished and that kind of stuff. But yeah, manga manga just doesn't do it for me. It never really has, except when I was like younger and like I my YouTube account was like still somewhat new. And I was like really finding like a new interest in hentai back then. But that was, I want to say like a typical teenage experience. Probably still is for young dudes. But yeah, I just don't care for it anymore like I used to. So like I still feel like I want the ideal friend that I said in the first video, where both of us just do similar art, like a similar subject, and like inspire each other with the same art style, by the way, photorealism. Maybe with a hint of like sometimes I wouldn't mind if like it had a bit of fantasy to it, such as like what's his name, the artist Adolf William Boogaroo. I think he's my favorite artist of all time. A lot of my lighting, my understanding of light came from him. I want to say because like there was like a period of time where I tried to like sort of like mimic um his ideas into my own art, and this was like back when I was still drawing Instagram girls. Like sometimes I would take his ideas and like try to see if I can implement it in my stuff, and like sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. But through all that, I uh, I learned a lot about light and then how important it is to make something look realistic. Because if you don't have the light, then it just doesn't look real. Like you can have all the texture you want in the world, but none of it is appealing to the brain if there's no correct lighting. I feel like a lot of manga artists don't understand that because I see on Pixiv where Pixiv is like the only site where I say, okay, manga's okay to view here because that's its intended purpose. And every at least once a day I do go on that website to see if there's like new Ryo Sukatsuki art or Suna art from Blue Archive. That's otherwise I don't really use it as much as I used to. It's kind of like a dead website for me. um, I used to be really into hentai art, like I want to say in like my really young 20s, but that's kind of boring now, to be honest. Just not something that I'm interested in doing anymore. Hmm. Maybe every once in a while, but yeah, I'm good on that for now. Like I'm not. It's not something that I'm interested in doing anymore as like a main thing. Like since I've gotten older, I've kind of wanted to take my art like really, really seriously and turn it into something real. In a way, I have done that with my Tyone doll. That's like one of my biggest achievements with my artwork. Because like she's an official doll model on a website, so like I would consider that like an achievement when it comes to my artwork. Um, but yeah, I don't. I just like can't see myself, being friends with a manga artist anymore. Maybe if like we don't talk about art too much, maybe if it's just something like a casual friendship, maybe get to hang out with each other like every once in a while. But other than that, I don't really want to be like real close friends with them because they just don't understand what it's like to be in my position. Um, like I feel like they would understand like what I tell them, but they don't understand how it feels to be like a reject, I guess you could say, to the art community in general. Is if you if you're like an artist, but you have like some level of people that support you, you don't know what it's like to be me because I've been on the internet since 2005 and nothing has changed for me. The only times the only time things have changed for me is when I was drawing manga back in like the mid 2000s. People actually engaged and talked to me and wanted to learn from me, but ever since I switched back to photorealism as my main style, it's just been dead for me. Like nobody cares that I go live, nobody cares that I exist. Nobody cares that I post on X, at least when it's the artwork. But they think the doll is fucking amazing for whatever reason, but they don't care about the artwork. I don't understand that, but whatever. Like because the Taeyong doll wouldn't exist if it wasn't for my art. So like whatever. It's just so fucking stupid to be honest. People don't make any sense to me, especially Gen Z, Gen Alpha, or whatever stupid generation is coming next. None of them make any sense to me. Even my own generation doesn't make sense to me. um, but yeah, I still want the same thing as I said in my first video. I don't think that's ever going to change, to be honest. And I'm not going to settle because I'd rather just be alone than have a stupid manga artist friend. Because, I've had experiences where I was friends with a manga artist, and it's like we would talk about stuff, and then we would just share our posts, and theirs would get more attention and love in like Discords than mine, or on Pixiv, or on DeviantArt, and yeah, I can't deal with that anymore. I'm not gonna be like a person in the shadows for somebody else, you know. If uh if I'm going to be ignored by the world, then I'd rather go at it alone. Um but if I can have a friend that's just as skilled as me and has an interest in creating their own dream Asian girl, then that's the only thing I want. I don't care for anything else in terms of art. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say. So, see ya.